once again, this is another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I am your host, Nick Qualia, with Marvazon and Mike Molyneux. All right, guys. So, the Patriots still the second seed because regardless of losing to the Miami Dolphins this past weekend, the chips fell in their favor. It almost fell perfectly in their favor if this was what was going to happen. The Texans lost, and the Chiefs almost lost too. Because the Texans and the Chiefs are really what you have to worry about, right? The Chiefs, number 1 seed. Texans, tied, record-wise. You have the advantage. You're still the 2 seed. Texans lose in a game they probably should have won to a hot Colts team. Let's remember that. Hot Colts team right now. And the Chiefs almost lost. But the question is, guys, does that loss yesterday extinguish any chance at getting the 1 seed, ergo home field advantage through the entire playoffs? And then follow it up with, does that, because you might not get the 1 seed now, does that also extinguish their chances at making it to the Super Bowl this season? Mike, we'll start with you.
It definitely makes getting the 1 seed much harder. Obviously, you need a lot of chips to fall in certain places for the Patriots to maybe even have a chance at the 1 seed. But for a brief moment, it looked very promising yesterday in terms of the Patriots beating the Dolphins. And I thought Baltimore was going to hold on for the win over the Chiefs. It looked
RG3, baby.
It looked like it. But then everything just fell apart. Chiefs went on to be victorious in overtime. Patriots had that play happen with a miracle in Miami. But, you know, what's going to happen is, in my opinion, the Patriots will not get home field advantage. You know, they had a chance yesterday if Chiefs lost to really take control of that, and it didn't happen. I see the Chiefs right now as the dominant team of the AFC. Obviously, Houston's playing well, Indianapolis is playing well, but I cannot see the Patriots potentially going on the road. And I was gonna say going on the road in Arrowhead, but damn, can they go on the road in the divisional round and win? Can they go on the road in the wild card game and win? We don't know. Their road record is 3-4.
They sure can't.
They cannot. They have not really proven consistently this season, only for this season, that they can go on the road and get solid wins. So I think before everybody said, well, if they have to face Kansas City and Arrowhead in the AFC Championship game, I think we need to pump the brakes on that. Can they win in the divisional round? Can they win in the wild card game? I don't know. My confidence right now is iffy. You just lost to the Miami Dolphins in Miami on a freak play. So you got to show me something next week in Pittsburgh.
Marv?
So we had this conversation a couple weeks ago, and I just didn't think the Patriots were going to get the number 1 seed anyways. I thought, you know, Kansas City would win out or at least lose 1 game, and the Patriots would lose 1 game. But the number 2 seed was always in their favor. Luckily, you know, Patriots are very lucky that the Texans lost this game. You know, Steelers also lost. So they're sitting pretty comfortable with number 2. They have to beat Pittsburgh. I think they can get home field until you have to go to Arrowhead, Mike. I don't see them being at the wild card. If they drop to wild card, it's the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, you're not even gonna think Super Bowl this year. And you will look at this Miami Dolphins game that they dropped and say, wow, see, if they won that game, they would have been a little bit more secure. So they're testing the waters right now. You really Steelers game is must win. You have to win that game. You have to win out. You know, the next 2 games are far more easier for you. So we're going to week 15. So after that is just the Bills, right? Or the Jets?
Bills and Jets.
It's the Bills and Jets. So the next 2 games are very light for you. You beat the Steelers and you win out. And I think you can hold on to the number 2 seed, play the first game at home after the bye, and go into Arrowhead and, you know, try it out. Hopefully someone knocks out Kansas City at Arrowhead for you. You know, Patriots get lucky sometimes with these things. And they're lucky that the Chargers are in the same division as Kansas City, otherwise they would be in the wild card.
The confidence that is shaken after this Miami Dolphins loss is asinine. It is insane. But before I give you guys my answer, let me tell you guys that this Patriots Roundtable is brought to you by 1in100. Go to 1in100.co, not .com. for your chance to win killer Pats, Celtics, and Bruins tickets, not to mention an all-expense paid trip for 2 to the Winter Classic in South Bend. For 50% off, use promo code CLNS at checkout. That's 1in100.co. Okay. Marv, I'm with you. I think the Patriots are going to win out. I think the Patriots are going to win out. I think they beat the Steelers. I don't like the way the Steelers are playing at all right now, and the Bills and Jets, they should win. But with that, in order to get home field advantage throughout guaranteed, you need the Chiefs to lose 2 of their next few games, which is a possibility. I don't think it'll happen, but they would have to if you want to get that 1 seed. Again, I don't think it's going to happen, but they got to play the Chargers, and they have to play the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think that both of those teams have a very, very real chance to beat the Chiefs because since the Kareem Hunt controversy that we talked about in last week's Patriots Roundtables, since those happened, the team hasn't really played that great. Team hasn't been excellent. They've been very beatable. Like you said, the Ravens almost took them down. RG3 almost took them down. So they're beatable. That's it. There is a chink in their armor, and I don't think that they're a team who's just going to be able to win out for the rest of the season. I think they will lose at least one more, and there's a very real possibility that they lose 2. Do I think so? Do I think they're going to? No. Patriots, I do think they will, which means they're going to get the 2nd seed. Now, talk about the playoffs. I don't necessarily think the Patriots getting the 2 seed is a bad thing. And hear me out on this. I think the Patriots actually getting the 2 seed might mean that they actually have home field advantage for the AFC Championship game. Because until the Chiefs prove something in the divisional round, I can't trust that they're going to make it to the AFC Championship game. Hell, the Patriots could have the Los Angeles Chargers coming to Gillette Stadium, right? I just don't. They choke in the playoffs. Andy Reid chokes in the playoffs. I don't know. You can't guarantee that the Chiefs are going to win in the divisional round. You just can't guarantee that.
This Patrick Mahomes is real, though. Every time he faces adversity, he finds some way. No look passes. It doesn't matter what it is.
That 4th down play yesterday.
Mahomes is for real. Andy Reid might have found something, so we'll see. Obviously, he's yet to be proven in the playoffs, but Mahomes is showing something different.
I can't believe in the Chiefs until they show me something. They're a very talented team, but without Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill,
he's hurt. He's hobbled now.
He's hobbled. If Tyreek Hill, for whatever reason, we don't have any information, but if Tyreek Hill were to be out for an extended period of time, they're a totally different team. They're a totally different team.
I don't need Tyreek Hill to be out for an extended period of time. That's just me.
Well, fantasy football implications, yeah, do whatever. I just can't trust the Chiefs. I can't do it. The Patriots, if they get home field, I think we're going to see the Patriots somehow, some way make it to the Super Bowl again. And man, that is going to make the heads of NFL fans explode.
Can you imagine that? If the Patriots make it to the Super Bowl, the headline is going to be how they rebounded from the Miami Miracle. So we'll see.
If there's any way that this game against Miami can be buried and forgot about, please make it happen, because this game is a stain on the season. It's probably more than the season. Like, throughout the history of the Patriots, especially this Belichick and Brady era, this Miami game will be one to be remembered and talked about. But if they can erase the stain with the Super Bowl appearance, Super Bowl win, that's what it'll take. Because like you said earlier, Marv, this game right here would be the reason why things fall apart later on.
And every time you face Miami from here on out, whether it's next year or 10 years down the road, that play will be replayed forever.
Fans are going to hear it forever. Think if that happened in Foxborough, and how fans would react every time you face that team. Miami should do the same thing every time they face the Packers.
Yeah. It's like Sanchez with the butt fumble. Anytime his name gets brought up, you have to show the replay. You have to bring it up somehow, some way. Anytime the Patriots and Miami play each other, God forbid Miami becomes a good team. Oh my goodness.
Gosh. Yeah.
I almost need the Patriots to make it to the Super Bowl, not even just from fandom perspective, but just so we can see Twitter would explode. Twitter would melt down. There's a difference between the team, is there a chance they make the Super Bowl, and do they deserve to make the Super Bowl? Because I think we can all agree this is not a Super Bowl team.
Right now, they're not playing like it. Last week, they did play like it. So this team is iffy.
Last week, we believed in the defense.
Yeah, we sure did.
And then Frank Gore's old ass ran all over you.
Which makes this loss even more disappointing. When you had a vintage performance from Edelman, a vintage performance from Gronk, Brady played well. All of these things went well for you. Even Dante Hightower showed flashbacks. He had a great game. And then to still lose, man, it's really upsetting.
All right. We're done talking about this because we just keep getting back to the Miami Dolphins. Guys, thanks for watching another set of CLNS Media Patriots Roundtables. I am Nick Qualia with Marvizon and Mike Molyneux. Guys, follow us on Twitter. Our little Twitter doohickeys probably have already popped up. Catch every CLNS Media Patriots postgame with Mike and Marv. And that's all we got for you this week. Guys, we will talk to you next week, hopefully with some better Patriots news. We'll talk to you.